What's going on YouTube? Cap24 coming back with another video for the new series. And today we're going to be looking at the Miami Dolphins playbook and the formation called Gun Bunch Open Offset. The suggestion came from Stickin' and Movin' 305. He asked, can you do a play from the Gun Bunch Offset for chain movers? So that's what we're going to look for this play. It's going to be a chain moving play. And then obviously when we go ahead and do our scheme at the end of the week, we'll highlight a few more plays out of this formation to give you a nice collection of a starter scheme per se, and something that you might be able to use going into Madden 19. So what we're going to do here is look at the play called Y Trail. It's a play that I really like because it's got some flexibility, gives you a nice high-low over the middle, but also we're going to show you a couple different setups on how we like to use it as a chain mover. So let's go take a look at it. So for this play design, guys, if we're running it stock, I like it on the left hash mark. It's going to work best for both our setups. And what we're going to do is start off by going against cover 2 with the middle linebacker in a deep blue. And what you're going to do is block your running back, put the B on a streak, and then we're going to show you this motion that we are going to stay consistent with a lot of the play designs that we did for the scheme. And that's take the B, motion them to the inside of the A, and hike the ball. What that's going to do is create two different types of options here. The first one, I'm going to show you, it's a quick throw. And this works against cover 2. You're going to hike the ball here. You're going to catch the ball. And you're going to be able to throw this ball to the A receiver really, really quickly for about 4 or 5 yard gain. Let me show it to you real quick. Against cover 2, that time it was the deep blue. This time I'm going to leave the vertical hook so you can see that doesn't really matter. And we're going to put the B on a streak, block your running back, move this guy over, and you're going to hike it right here. And you're going to see here you're going to be able to throw it to that guy again, and you get about 4 or 5 yards. Let me show you why. It's basically just the angle of the throw. It's not going to be, anything more than that 4 or 5 yards. But if you just want to keep your down distances short, you notice that they're in cover 2 a lot, or maybe they're sending the house at you in cover 2, where they're blitzing 5 or 6. You can definitely catch and throw this ball to the outside. And you can see that the guys drive back that cloud flat. Because of that angle to the outside right there, you're going to have an easy, safe throw to that player, even with 91 zones out there, to get about 4 yards. So something just to keep in mind if you are going against a blitzer that you're really having some hard times trying to figure out how to get some quick throws off, that's going to be one. But that's not exactly the setup that we're really looking at here when it comes to what this play design is. That's just kind of an added bonus. What we're going to do is we're going to block our running back again, put the B on a streak, move this guy in. We're going to look at the A first. After he does his whip, comes inside, you're going to be able to throw it to him. And hopefully he doesn't give you that animation. He'll usually catch that on the run. If he gives you that animation, obviously you're only going to get about 5 yards. If you don't get that animation, you have a lot of space to run with this. And it's really going to get the user to have to worry about him. So let's go ahead and show it again. A goes here. We're going to throw it here. And this time I just kind of let it up a little bit so he doesn't have that animation where he's diving. And you're going to have all that space in the middle. What that really does is it opens up the fact that we're going to be able to throw it to this post behind it if that player has to stay underneath, right? So to mimic that, all I'm going to do is put this this middle linebacker here in a quarterback spy to make sure that he stays low. And what you'll see here is that the B is going to drive the player on the right back against cover 2, while the X goes ahead and at least widens out the safety on the left, making sure that we get this player. So we're going to go ahead and hike this ball here. You're going to see that the A whips around. We're going to throw it to this B underneath and catch that ball underneath there, right? So that's basically what you're doing. Hopefully you'll get a little bit better catching traffic than I did on that play, but you're going to see that you're going to have that opportunity to really get the user to have to play underneath or just pick his poison. If he doesn't want to play underneath, we're going to take this A route every single time down the field. But the route that we're really looking for is this player right there, right? That's the player that we want to throw to, get him down, get our yardage, and then really make them force it. Now, if we're going against a different coverage, let's look at cover 3. You're going to have the same options. That's what's great about this play is that you got all the options. The only option it's not going to have is this A route isn't going to be as open when you do this, quick hitter. So you definitely want him to go ahead and do his full route here. But you can still see that he's going to get underneath. You're going to be able to throw it to him, get your yards, get up the field. All right. So if a user sees this, they have to be able to kind of cover it manually, to be honest with you. They can man them up and do all that type of stuff, but then we're starting to win the battle where we're making them adjust to us, right? So here we are again. block the Y, go ahead and put the B on a streak. And this time I'm going to show it to you against cover 3 hard flats. And we're going to move this guy over. And then you can see here, A is going to come down. And you're going to be able to throw that ball right there to that player in the middle. Now, it's definitely something that if you were intending on going against cover 3, you could always put the X on a streak as well. And let the RB go all the way to the left side of the field. That's going to be something that you're going to get a little bit more yardage with if you feel that you've got enough time. So let's go ahead and show that. And it's just something that you can just kind of play with it when it comes to what you want to get out of this play. So you're always going to have that A underneath, but if you got enough time, you can wait for this RB to come all the way across the field and get some really good yardage by just putting the left player on a streak as well. So let's go ahead and look at the second way to run this. I'm going to show you against cover 2 real quick first. All I'm going to do is put the X on a curl, block my running back, B on an in, and move this A receiver, which was on a trail route. And now he's going to be more on a whip route, okay? And what we're doing is we're creating a high-low on the B, RB going towards the middle of the field while creating a nice opportunity for this A to get open because that curl flat is going to hold all cloud coverages. So against cover 2, you should imagine the A is going to get underneath. Those guys are going to get held up. And we're going to get ourselves 5 yards pretty easily with that throw. The great part about that is if a user really wants to, try to get into that type of play, it's really not going to be beneficial for him. So say we do this with a deep player, and I take this mid-read, and we man him up on the A receiver, right? I'm going to do it when he gets to this side over here. So you can see, if we man him up with this A receiver now, that's going to open up a good portion of the inside of the field where we're going to be able to do the high-low with the B and the RB. So he goes to the left. We can go ahead, throw it to this player, and really get your yardage, right? So that's kind of one of those thought processes that if you read the user and they overcommit to that whip route, then you know that you've got something on the right-hand side coming in. So let's go show you how this would work against the cover 3. And typically speaking, this is going to be more best used against cloud flats because of the way it works. And, basically, we're going to do the same thing. And you see that we've got the cover 3 cloud flats out there. This guy is going to go in. He's going to whip back out. Even though we got bumped, he's still going to get his 5 yards and, any type of run after catch. So that's basically how it works against your clouds. If you were going against somebody who's running a lot of hard flats, I would suggest that you do the same exact setup. The only difference is don't put the X on the curl. The curl won't do anything against hard flats. It's just one of those things that it's a cloud flat type of route that aids it. You want the comeback when it comes to hard flats. So if you see this, the A is going to go over here. It's going to whip back out there. Now we're going to wait for the X to break. And now we've got a hard flat beater. So just kind of read what your player's doing. If he's doing a lot of hard flats, stick with the comeback. If he's doing a lot of cloud flats, stick with the curl route in order to make sure that you got that left side taken care of while still having the right side as a nice high-low. I want to say thank you for everybody that has watched this video all the way to the end. We do appreciate your support. If you got something useful out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It does really help us grow our channel. If you're new to our channel and haven't seen one of the videos that are on your screen right now, go ahead and check it out for some great Madden content. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.